Hi, this is Camille Johnson. She is president of
Motor City Dance Factory.
Motor City Dance Factory. Sorry about that. I should know that by now. And we are here in her gorgeous, gorgeous space. And Camille's going to talk to us a little bit about her experience working with Compass Commercial. So, why don't you start with telling us, how many buildings did we look at, and how did we find this building, and all that stuff?
Well, we looked at any industrial building in the city of Southfield, I think that was available at the time. Lynn found me things from the type of space that we're in now to office buildings that could have been converted to a dance studio. And we pretty much scoured the area for anything that would work for dance and gymnastics. And we looked for some time before coming upon this building.
Great. And we finance this one a little bit differently. Why don't you share with us how the landlord worked with you? It was pretty interesting.
It was amazing. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience. They asked for a deposit. And initially, I don't know if you remember, they asked for a deposit that was a lot higher. And then after talking to Lynn, and then they came back and offered a lower deposit. And with that deposit, what they did was they took responsibility for the build out of the space. And in the deposit I get back in rent credit after year 3. Every year I'll get a free month of rent. So the deposit, the initial investment I made, I get all of the money back. So really I have not had to pay for the build out. It's just more so their security with having a business like ours move into their space to make sure that they've gotten their money back for what they've done. But it was well above what we paid, I'm sure.
Right. So, yeah, the amount of money they put in was significantly
Oh,
more
yes.
than what you paid. So, you did have to install your own flooring because you're a dance studio,
Yes,
right?
yes.
But beyond that, they covered everything in the deposit, right?
Everything deposit, from permits and dealing with the city and electrical and plumbing, everything that was really the costly things that I didn't know anything about, they covered and took complete care of. But when it came to the paint colors and my flooring choices, they allowed me to make those choices. And then as far as the dance studios inside the rooms, I did the flooring and the mirrors, but that was pretty much it.
That's great. And tell me a little bit about your landlord because he was a bit of an unknown for me at the time. And what do you think of him?
He's great. I think we were a gamble for him, because this is not a business that you usually see come into an industrial space like this and requires so much work. And then it's so specialized that if I decided to move out, they would be stuck with a different type of space. So he took a gamble on us. And we took a gamble because we were jumping from a space that was 3 times smaller than this. So it was a gamble on both ends, but he's turned out to be a great landlord. He's very responsive. He comes and does above and beyond what he needs to do. DTE was just out cutting down trees outside, and he thought I was paying to get him cut down. He's like, I would cut down trees if you want me to cut down trees. Like, whatever I need, he's just like snapping his fingers, like, to make sure that it happens. And we also had a little issue with our neighbors next door in the parking because there wasn't enough parking with my customers. So he did like reserve spaces for them, but in turn, he turned around and used the whole back area, striped out the parking lot, repaved the parking lot for us, put in a brand new door with an electrical buzzer so that we could buzz people in.
Wow.
And he did that on his own cost just because he wanted to make sure that it was comfortable for both me and my neighbor. And then the greatest thing that he just did recently was he brought the kids pizza on a Monday night just out of the kindness of his heart. So he's a really great young landlord and really knows what he's doing. So I'm really proud to be his tenant.
By the way, that was pizza for 150 kids.
150
That's a
kids.
lot of pizzas.
Yeah.
So we've recently written a series called The Landlord, and we would certainly put this landlord in the superhero category.
Yes, he is.
So not all landlords are that great, but I'm so excited that you were able to get such a great landlord. And then lastly, can you just tell us a little bit about working with Compass and your thoughts on that?
Oh my goodness, it was a wonderful, wonderful godsend how I met Lynn through going to something at Oakland County. I went and I forgot the lady's name, but she introduced me. She told me about Lynn and she knew I was looking for space. And immediately I knew Lynn was the person. She understood my heart and she didn't just look at my financials and say, okay, well, that's it. She looked at what I was doing, my vision, and what I hoped to accomplish with my business, and she helped make this happen. Which a lot of people, when they look at a young person, well, I'm not too young, but as myself, that it's a different type of business. It's not something where you can show the financials. You're dealing with children, and she believed in me, she believed in my business, and made this 14,000 square foot building, which is really one of the biggest and definitely the biggest in this general area, happen. So it's a wonderful ride. People are very, very impressed with the space. I'm still in awe of it myself, and I'm just really grateful for having the experience with Compass Commercial in Lynn.
Thank you, Camille. You are also going to be highlighted later this year in something else. Thank you for all your
Thank you.
time.
Thank you very much.
Bye.